Hello everyone and welcome to the Monday message for March 1st, 2021. It's great to see all of you today. Let's start out with some NorCal notes. In our NorCal notes today, we have some birthdays and anniversaries. So let's start out with Cindy Hilke. Her birthday is today, March 1st. Happy birthday to you, Cindy. Also, Peter Furch, he has an anniversary at NorCal Public Media today, March 1st. He started in 2008. Happy anniversary to you, Peter. Also, we have an anniversary for Ken Higgins. Ken's anniversary is also today, March 1st, and he first started in 2005 at NorCal Public Media. And then finally, we have a very special birthday. Happy birthday to Doug Jane. His birthday is on March 4th, so coming up in just a few days. So happy birthday and anniversary to all of you. Just a couple of things today. I'll make this really quick. One is our fundraising periods for March. So right now we're in the middle of the TV fundraising drive. It started on Friday night. So far we've raised $21,000 during that drive, and it's going to run from last Friday through March 14th. So this is our really long TV drive for the month. That'll be followed quick on the heels by a couple of other things, including the Radio Pledge Drive, which starts on Saturday, March 20th and runs through the 28th. We have a goal of $15,000 to raise during our FM drive. Also, we're going to have our first big online wine auction. Now, that is also going to start on March 20th, and that runs through April 4th. This is going to be entirely online, but we are going to supplement that with a lot of promotion on TV, also radio as we can fit it in during the pledge drive, but certainly a lot after the pledge drive is over. So this is going to be a really interesting experiment to see how we do with our online auction, and then coming up in May we'll have the big TV auction as well. A couple of other things to throw out there today, some things for you guys to remember. We were talking in our managers meeting last week about email etiquette, and I thought it was important to share just a few of the points that we talked about with the managers, including when you're writing an email, it is so difficult for people to understand your tone, right? So they're not there listening to you, they don't have you on the phone, it's not face-to-face, so they can read into your words, the tone that they would like to put on those words. It might not be what you intended. So remember your tone. You don't want to come across as disrespectful or unfriendly. You certainly do want to be approachable, and you don't want to sound curt or demanding like you're giving people orders or telling them what to do. So, if you're in doubt, just schedule a phone call or a Zoom meeting with people and talk to them face to face, and that can avoid a lot of email problems. But do keep that in mind, especially now that we have a lot of new employees. They haven't met a lot of us face to face, so they may misinterpret the tone of our emails or we their emails because we haven't gotten to know each other yet. So make sure to do that. Use the phone or Zoom whenever you can. It's always a better way to communicate. Also, remember to be concise. Get to the point of your email as quickly as possible. We're trying to do business here with email, right? Back and forth. So don't leave out important details, of course, but when an email is getting too long, it's best to try to break it up with bullet points. Separate each part of that email, if it needs to be a long email, into bullet points to help people to take in that information better, or creating bold or highlighted words that are very important in the text. It takes a little bit more time, but like I said, you can make a phone call really quick as well, if you want to avoid sitting down to a long email. Also, always think twice before you hit that send button on an email. I think that's something we should all do all the time, not just during COVID. No one wants to read emails from 20 people that have nothing to do with them, and that happens when somebody puts out an email to a lot of people to keep them informed. So if you're going to reply to that email, think about, does everybody who is CC'd on that email need to receive that? Perhaps it's just the sender. Perhaps you need to forward that to somebody else for further discussion. But we want to avoid these chains of emails where we have 10, 15, 20 people all being included on an email when maybe it's only one or two of them that really need to be on that email. Again, a phone call or a Zoom conference does just as well. Always a good idea to meet face to face. So remember those tips. We'll have more as we go along through the season here to try to help folks with office communication, especially when you're working from home. Finally, today I want to throw out something that's very special to me and share it with you guys in case you want to follow up on it. If you don't, that's fine. But I was at a conference, I can't remember if it was in the fall of 2019 or if it was in the right before COVID struck, one of these PBS conferences. And they had a speaker whose name was Austin Kleon. And he's a poet, and he's an author, and he's a writer. He had a lot of really interesting things to say. And, you know, I've been a big fan of his books. He started out with Steal Like an Artist, and his second book was called Show Your Work. And his third book was called Keep Going. I've read all of these multiple times. They're really cool too because they have lots and lots of visuals, and there's just a few things on each page, so it's really easy to digest. But what Austin does is he really helps to inspire creative people, and we're all creative at KRCB. I mean, whether you're making TV shows or radio shows or spots, or you're writing the open air, or you're doing administrative tasks that support what other people are doing in the organization, it's all creative work. And sometimes we get tired and we need new inspiration to get us going. That's what Austin Kleon provides, are ideas about how you can work with your process of work, how you can look at your work objectively from the outside and maybe get a new life, new eyes, fresh eyes. And I don't know, I really like what he has to say, and I thought I would share that with you guys. And I'm going to put a link on the email for the Monday message. And if you're interested, you know, take a look at one of his talks online, because I don't know, I think that he really gives some inspirational ideas to creative people. And that's something we could all use, especially during this time of COVID. So check it out. I thought I would share that with you guys. I really like Austin. So anyway, so remember to stay safe, stay strong, work together, and I'll talk to you soon.